I've been pretty bored the last few days with nothing much to do, so I decided to take on a challenge. Writing the classic Hello World program in the 10 hardest programming languages I could find. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. First, let's talk about programming languages. In the real world, we have many languages, like English, Spanish, Chinese, and more. While they might look and sound different, they can all express the same ideas. For example, here's the word hello written in several different languages. They each appear unique, but the meaning remains the same. The same concept applies to programming languages. There are many out there: Python, C++, Java, and more. Each has its own unique syntax and style. While they may look different, they can all be used to express the same logic. If you write a program in Python and then in C++, the code might look different, but they can both achieve the same result. In this video, I'll be writing the exact same Hello World program in 10 different programming languages, starting from the easy ones and moving toward the most difficult and obscure. Let's begin with a language that's both easy and popular: Python. As many of you already know, Python is one of the most widely used programming languages in the world. Its clean, simple syntax makes it extremely beginner-friendly. It's used for everything from education to industrial applications like machine learning and automation. Here's how you write Hello World in Python. It uses the built-in print function to send the text to the standard output. Simple, clear, and easy to understand. Next up is Java. Java is another very popular programming language, especially common in enterprise applications, mobile apps, and web development. It is known for its strict, verbose syntax, and because it's object-oriented, it's very structured and powerful. Java works by compiling code into bytecode, which runs on the Java Virtual Machine, JVM, allowing the code to run anywhere that JVM is available. Here's the Hello World program written in Java. As you can see, it's slightly more complex than Python, involving a class definition and a main method, but it's still quite readable and straightforward. Moving on, we have C++. C++ is a powerful, high-performance programming language often used for game development, software engineering, and systems programming. Known for its versatility, it's a language that allows both high-level abstractions and low-level memory management. C++ compiles directly to native machine code, giving programmers fine-grained control over system resources. Here's how you write Hello World in C++. Next, we step into a completely different paradigm with Prolog. Unlike Java and C++, Prolog belongs to logic programming, where you describe the problem and rules logically, rather than detailing explicit steps. Prolog works by defining facts and logical rules, and then it solves queries through pattern matching and logical deduction. It's widely used in artificial intelligence and complex logic-solving applications. Here's the Hello World program in Prolog. Notice how it's fundamentally different in its approach. Now, before moving forward, let's briefly talk about what makes some programming languages truly unusual, or esoteric. These languages aren't made to solve real-world problems efficiently. Instead, they're created to challenge programmers or to test the boundaries of programming itself. They have intentionally bizarre syntax, puzzling logic, or incredibly limited commands that transform even simple tasks into complex puzzles. Starting our esoteric programming journey is Deadfish. Deadfish is amusingly simple yet surprisingly challenging. It has just 4 commands represented by the letters I, D, S, and O. The I command increments the accumulator by 1. The D command decrements it by 1. The S command squares the current value, and O outputs the numeric value of the accumulator. These limited commands force you to creatively combine them to output specific values. Printing Hello World becomes an intricate numeric puzzle in Deadfish. Next is Intercal, legendary among programmers for its deliberately confusing and humorous syntax. Intercal programs include commands such as please, which is actually mandatory at times, do, and other nonsensical statements. It also requires programmers to use a certain politeness in their code. If you're too polite or not polite enough, the code won't compile. Writing Hello World in Intercal is hilariously complicated, requiring patience and wit. Following Intercal is Cow, a programming language inspired entirely by cows. It uses different combinations of the word moo to represent commands. For example, moo increments the current memory cell. Moo moves the pointer to the right. MOO moves the pointer to the left. MOO loops back to a matching MOO if the current memory cell is 0. MOO marks the beginning or end of a loop depending on context. Yes, every instruction is simply a variation of MOO. Writing hello world in cow literally means carefully arranging sequences of MOOs. Next, we have Brain, perhaps the most iconic esoteric programming language. Brain consists of only 8 simple commands. The bigger than sign moves the memory pointer 1 cell to the right. The smaller than sign moves the pointer to the left. The plus sign increments the byte at the memory pointer. The minus sign decrements the byte at the memory pointer. The period character outputs the byte at the memory pointer as an ASCII character. The comma character takes an input character and stores it at the memory pointer. The left square bracket jumps past the matching right square bracket if the current byte is 0. The right square bracket jumps back to the matching left square bracket unless the current byte is 0. Brain manipulates an array of memory cells, each initially set to 0. Despite having such limited commands, Brain can theoretically perform any computational task. But even a simple task like hello world looks like cryptic punctuation. Whitespace takes esoteric programming languages to another extreme. As the name suggests, whitespace code consists entirely of invisible whitespace characters, spaces, tabs, and line feeds. Each instruction is a combination of these invisible characters. Spaces, tabs, and line feeds encode commands and numbers based on sequences. Different combinations control stack operations, arithmetic, input-output, and flow control. Because the code is invisible, writing a simple message like hello world requires careful management of whitespace, creating code that's nearly impossible to see. Finally, we arrive at Malbolge, infamously regarded as the hardest programming language ever created. Malbolge was intentionally designed to be nearly impossible to write programs in. It uses an obscure, encrypted instruction set, where each instruction changes itself after execution. Instructions are not written clearly. Programmers need to calculate instructions carefully. Writing meaningful programs involves reverse engineering and cryptic calculations. The first Hello World program in Malbolge wasn't even written by a human programmer. It was initially generated using complex automated searches and algorithms. To this day, writing Malbolge code remains a major programming challenge. And that wraps up our incredible journey, from everyday programming languages used worldwide to the most obscure languages ever designed.